Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Up next for City Center's famed Encores is the beloved musical 1776, which will run from March 30th through April 3rd. And we drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company led by Santino Fontana and John Larroquette.
Good God! What in the hell are they waiting for? Sit down, John! Sit down, John! For God's sake, John! Sit down! Sit down, John! Sit down, John! For God's sake, John! Sit down! Now open up a window! It's 90 degrees! Have mercy, John, please! It's hot as hell in Philadelphia!
I am over the moon about 1776, one of my all-time favorite shows. Was it one of yours too?
You know, strangely enough, it was not originally. I saw the show in 1969 as a college student, and it really made me angry. And it made me angry for the wrong reasons. It made me angry because I wasn't open enough to see what it was really about. I was a fan of hair. I thought that's what America really is like, and all these powdered wigs and frock coats I'm not interested in. It took me years to turn myself around about the show, but the more I read it and the more I listened to it, the more I realized that, well, sophomores make sophomoric mistakes. That's all there is to it.
These guys were so important to America and what they got done so fast.
I know. I mean, one of the great joys of the show is that it's got a calendar on stage, and you get to see how fast they have to work in order to get to where they need to get, and what they do and how they work together, which of course is very relevant for what we're going through with our government today. And I think, you know, the show's surprisingly very much alive in our world.
What an incredible cast you had put together.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's one of the great luxuries of Encores. You can put together, because the commitment is so short, if in effective terms, you can put together an extraordinary cast, and we have done for this. And working with them all in the room over the last week has been a terrific experience.
It's such a huge show. Yeah. Did you do a lot of pre-production of what you wanted to achieve with this?
You have to do a lot of pre-production because you effectively have 9 days with the cast, followed by technical rehearsal. I mean, when I heard about the process when the first time I did it, I thought it was undoable. And coming back, I'm not so sure. I don't think the same thing. But it's done 3 times every year. Encores delivers up the goods. And I've become a huge fan of Encores, and I've seen so many of them. And there's a particular kind of excitement in the room, I think, in the audience, I've found. It's not like going to a fully staged show. There's a great feeling of togetherness that the audience and the actors are on a road of discovery together, and I'm a huge fan.
What's it like for you working on this as a musical director and working with the cast?
Well, it's really been a treat because we have an excellent group of people, and they all have the chops to do it, and it's really a varied group, you know. But when the first day we put them all in the room and heard them sing "Sit Down, John," it was like, oh, we did a good job here. We got the right people. And they were available, which is great. And the score, it's so many people's favorite. I've been getting calls and emails. People are looking forward to it. And we've redone the orchestration, not redone it, restored it, because when it closed, there were fewer, you know, the licensed version have fewer instruments and fewer colors. So we've gone back to the original sources, and Josh Clayton has done a complete restoration of it. So that's kind of exciting.
Well, what's it going to be like playing this iconic woman? It's like you start, you open, and then you close here at Encores.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I'm in about a scene and a half, and I get to sing this amazing song, and we actually just finished staging the number yesterday, and there's a lot of movement, a lot of running around and dancing, and it's really fun, and it's exciting, you know.
Tell me about the number. He plays the violin, right?
Yes, he plays the violin. Obviously originated by the amazing Betty Buckley. It's, you know, try to pay a little homage to her and put my own little spin on it as well. And yeah, I mean, it's a great song. Everyone knows it, I think, that knows the show. And I just hope I can do it justice.
Richard Henry Lee. He is from Virginia. He's rather pompous and aristocratic. In the show, he is just full of life, loving the possibilities of what independence will bring.
I love the number you get to do.
I do too. It's very fun, very fun.
Did you know the show beforehand?
No, it's totally new to me. Totally. I just read a whole lot before I got here, but it's all new.
In working with Gary Hines so far, your director and this amazing cast.
She is absolutely wonderful, and the cast is just stellar. So I am just taking it all in like a sponge.
And being here at Encores, it's quick. You blink, you rehearse, you blink, you go on, you close.
It's like nothing I've ever done before. It's like being what? Shot out of a proverbial cannon.
Did you know the show well before you started?
Yes. Oh, I really knew the show well before. Back when they still showed movies on television on Sunday afternoon, Channel 11, WPIX. I was there watching because this was on rotation. This and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and it has been one of my favorites forever. It's easily on the top. It's so well written and every time she says saltpeter, John, I just get chills and it just
I just got it now.
I cry. It's incredible.
Soon as you can to my cloister, lie forgotten with the feel of your hand.
Soon, madam, we shall walk through Cupid's grove together, and will fondly survey that promised land.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson. I can't say that I ever expected to be playing Thomas Jefferson. I was not, prior to this, familiar with 1776, so like I wasn't, I have a lot of people that since I booked this job have said, oh my God, I love this show, this role, the whole thing, and like, oh, you're a great fit for the thing, but I didn't, I already feel the incredible weight of historical burden on my shoulders from like not, having done the show previously, but.
I love this show. I love the film.
Right.
This is a big show.
It is a big show. It's why that's one of the things that's great about having 20-something guys in a room kind of shouting and murmuring and fighting with each other. Like, that's a pretty rare occurrence, I think. It seems it doesn't happen a lot on stage, I think.
How does it feel so far, this whole process?
I described it last night to a friend as like falling down a huge flight of stairs, hoping that you land on your feet at the bottom and you haven't broken too many bones. It's it's sort of a commando schedule of 10 days rehearsal, and then boom, you do it.
It's like we rehearse, we open, we close, and you're like, have I done something here?
Indeed. Well, no, I've done something, because just wanting to get this as close to right as one can with as little time as one has. Your brain is burning constantly.
But I think doing it really fast, you sort of make your decisions and you just stick with them and you go with it, right? Working so fast here.
Yeah, it is, and because it's a concert contract, I guess. We won't be off. At least I won't be off book. I'll be off book a bit, but you can carry it. So I have to carry it because you don't want to mess up and be like,
Where am I?
Where am I? Yeah, exactly. So, but it's fast and it is enjoyable though because of that. It's like a sprint.
It's great to be a part of a story that's so huge. It's about these guys were incredibly brave.
When you think of them putting together the Declaration of Independence, when no one knew what anything was like that, and to get all these men together from all these different states to sign this piece of paper, and for you guys to draft it.
Yeah, and with the risk that we'll all be killed if it doesn't work out. I mean, that's the thing, the size of us deciding, like I have the line about, Adams has the line, we're not Englishmen, we're Americans. And that's the first time anyone would have said that he was literally drawing a line in the sand, which is, frightening. I mean, I don't feel like there's so little getting actually done in Washington on a regular basis now. The idea that huge of an action, and it was hard for it to happen, but that could happen just with a bunch of guys in a room, it's huge. It's huge.
What's it like taking on the role of John Adams?
It's daunting. It's exciting. I think it's great to play someone who is so openly doesn't care about being liked, which is so not normal, I think, in most musicals especially. And everyone says it over and over again that he's disliked. And he's it's great to play somebody that's that passionate about what they believe in and knowing that it's going to work out. I mean, to some extent. He has to compromise on a couple things, but that's exciting to play someone who's not going to go anywhere, just scream people down. I feel like I just yell a lot. I mean, but that's also how it's written, because they keep saying stop yelling. So I have to keep yelling. But it's fun.
It's great that you think that no one likes him in the show, yet the audiences fall in love with him.
I hope so.
Consider yourselves fortunate you have John Adams to abuse, for no sane man would tolerate it. John, you're aboard. We've heard